nidire kindu jitagwo getika Njenga wa Muthaka, aka that name is pointing to something. Okay, so riria waheo ritwa riria weheagwo, the name that you are given, the name is pointing to something that happened before you, aka jitagwo Njenga wa Muthaka. So by default, Muthaka made Njenga, or by default there was something, a mind, a spirit that was named Njenga. So Njenga becomes that energy of that spirit that attached some frequency or some mentality to the word Njenga. So what Njenga was known for as a spirit, or what created that Njenga, okay, remember, you can have many spirits mimicking a spirit, aka you come in the name, aka you come bearing forth witnesses na maundu magita mau. So that spirit or that being that came up with the word Njenga before it was called Njenga, so that's an angel, that's an angle, that's a position out of the other positions that had that name Njenga. Okay, so Njenga, the being or the one who created the virtue and principle of what they called that thing Njenga. So Njenga was a virtue and principle, so that thing was called Njenga, the same way mugaga Njenga ni kujenga in Kiswahili. Okay, when you go to the English world, they have a game that is called Njenga, which, what again in the English name, what do? Unajenga. You are taking blocks to build something. So that frequency of Njenga, to build, Gikuyu Njenga, kujenga Kikuyu, Kiswahili, Njenga, Kikuyu, wosega, kuwachenga, kuwapanga. So that frequency is what you call, what you can call an alignment, or a spot, or a space, or a spirit within the overall. Itodo na Ngai akiuba airetu ariobire akiajia na ajiro kiajereria Aries, the beginning, agisoka agithie kwe boy, the second house, Taurus, Njenga wa Muthaka, agisoka akiuma hau agithie Capricorn. So Njenga wa Muthaka, please go back to the video tafadhali. Video no yuma ya angels, tigana ritwa riaku, tigakuragurira andu maritwa, ino tigakuragura maritwa. Now humans didagicokera maita maingi muno, you love being in what you call train legs. Nikionaga andu magithi kwirorera ngudi, you love watching boxing because you love distraction, you love to see things fail. Gari yago, the first thing you ask, tumata mau marakwira andu igana, andu urie ikuthira bia cigana gana mundu cio na mwigura yu na. So the first thing that comes to mind is distraction. The first thing that comes to mind is you thinking, why did that thing happen? You see, you have to be a clever spirit. So once your senses pick something up, and I'm not tikuwa diru ati adwasi yomagera how tia doega todo gipakete ado in public muthenya. But the thing is, I caught their thought, whether they are not good or they are bad. I caught so one of them, the one in the maroon Nagovia, I caught his thought, and it was not a very good thought. So I detached it, because how can I catch that kind of thought and scenario when I'm speaking a mother? So okay, back to the language of the gods. Fuck language yao kode. So now you love doing familiar things. Nikimuti da mo isokera kaodo. Nikioda routine and purpose. Okay? You don't like new things. You don't like to going to new lands. You have fear of going to a new place. You have fear of moving. Okay? So that is how you fell. Because they keep you practicing the Adam and Eve spell, whereby your Adam, your masculine thoughts, go mix with your Eve, what you're emotionally connected to, okay, your tree, and then your desires, the snake, the chakras, they keep you here. stuck in your flesh, aka stuck in your desires. Kuri thayo. Now let's get back to the video. Ina aruta kuri yo habe na atuma na rio. Akanega kugiria rio. Moko jere oguo. Na ndega kujie no thimu ndega kihie muge. What is this now? Na ndurumie gari ndimitware haria kiruruini. Ini wa muthaka tigana maratathi. Twara gari haria kiruruini. Just a second. Nithutha kana ni mbere. Twerere riua riu. Tuge twehũthĩre maratathi na no tũthame. Haha hena mĩtĩ ti horu mũno. Hena mĩtĩ ĩna kĩruru. Mĩtĩ no nĩ mĩingĩ. Cia hau nĩ hego. Cia no tũthondekere hau. I think that's a good position. Now that you understand, but I can hold, this is my flaming sword. So I can use this as my flaming sword. First of all, before I continue, do I have sound? Sound check. In a sound. Do we have sound? No reaction. No thumbs up. Oh, I have sound. I don't know. For example, Adoni maragi horo wa kindu metaga El. Ukaigua makiari horo wa El Shaddai. Ukaigua makiari horo wa Elohim. No mundu ucio ndoe ciugo icio rutite ku. So you are using words and terms that you don't even know who came up with them or where that intellectual property right came for that word. So now, Nikidoga specifically, this video is for angels. So an angel is an angle, an alignment, and I don't even like using those words, alignment, but it's a different angle to a thing. Let's say you are in shit, so you are calling on a specific angel. Waita angel Gabriel, okay, gutaithie kwajia muoyo mweru, nikio wathi kwi mugathoreki, angel Gabriel akoragwo we muraika, a baby with wings, because you are giving birth to something new, a baby, a birth. So you give it wings. So you are giving it birth. That is why archangel. Okay? What is this archangel? Nege, Kwe Uriel, Kwe Michael. Okay? Archangel Michael is the one that gives life to things. So Michael will be the baby with wings. We also know angels like Gabriel, Azazel, Chamuel. So now, that's not what is important. What is important is to know that. So what is El? So El is when you are citing something out. AKA, El is when you are singling something out. So El, Shaddai, you are singling Shaddai. So what does Shaddai mean? So El is when you are singling something for the first time. El. For example, Jenga. When whoever came up with the name, title, condition, whatever that spirit that was that came up with the word Jenga, at a specific position, they decided we are going to call this virtue and principle Jenga, or this character. So that Jenga came from an L. It was singled out from something, meaning there's an L Jenga, there's an El Shaddai, there's an angle that was singled out of something that contains the frequency of Jenga, or your name, or whatever names you call. Now, back. So, for example, so let's say, so that L will be something that is independent from the overall. So it is a piece of the overall, L. Okay, and that is the frequency of L, all the way to you having an L sign on your car, meaning you are learning. You have been singled out from the drivers. That's why you have an L sign, meaning you are not a driver yet. You have an L on your car, the L sign. Singling something out from the main one. You are citing it out. You are singling it down. You are bringing it down as an individual spirit. Okay? So L as an individual spirit now, so you are bringing something down. Okay? Now, for example, let's say Archangel Uriel. We know that Archangel Uriel is angel of death, or what you can call fall, because fall is death. For example, now we are in fall season. We are going to fall season, meaning death. Metene kwa jia kuhusia makugoithia mahuti. Ogo kwina jacaranda ina mahone kwa jia kugoithia jacaranda. On the other north of the hemisphere, the animals are going to start creating houses, the beavers, shelter, preparing for the snow, the fall, the death, the set. Okay? So, Archangel Uriel, who was the fallen angel, who died first, aka the first one to be able to detach from this world, to detach from everything. Okay? So, Archangel Uriel, so Uri is the name. That's the name of the angel. L is what they singled out and brought it down here. So Uri means fire. So Archangel Uriel will be the angel of fire, fighting fire with fire. You know, I get. Now let's go to an angel like Michael. So Angel Michael is an L, a specific of Mike. And what is Mike? Mike is to give something life. Okay? Mike, M-I-C-H. When you go to your Bible, is to, or your dictionary, is to give something life, spark something. So that makes Archangel Michael, L, the angel of birth, bringing something into life, starting a business, an opportunity, a relationship. You getting it? So now, out of that whole monad, you're out the L, which is from the source, the spirit, the one, the God, the force, Guy, Allah, specific, Awa, Gikuyu, Awa, Abba, Githugu, Muslim, Allah, and all that. Even when you go to the Nigerians, they have Amadioha. Amadioha forbid, when you read kitabu kama, what was that set book we did in school? Yeah, na Amadioha. Amadioha forbid. It was a set book. Oh, fuck that set book, whatever it was. So, even all the way to Amadioha. So, the spirit chooses a representation. So, that representation becomes its El, becomes its Elohim. Him means the light. Becomes its El Shaddai. Shaddai means something different. You can go, this is not a Bible study. You go to your Google and Google Shaddai. Google him, light, him, that light that is exalted. So El, in short, is singling out from the overall. Okay? You remember, there's a name. Where is this angel? That's why I like having a paper. You know, when I have a paper, it becomes easy. So, as spirits, so as spirits, where we taroho, you do what you call, let me show you right now. The class in session, more spirituality. Me, I don't funz you anything. I'm just here to remind you, okay? So, henya mumuita characteristics. For example, I'll draw a circle. No, I'll draw a sign. I like signs and symbols. I draw a sign. In fact, I'll make it better. I'll draw two signs. So now, this sign is in a specific place. This sign is in a specific phrase within this paper. So, I cannot call this L something and call this L the same thing because this is in a specific place. So this will be L something and this will be L something else. And that's how you know why different angels have different names. El Shaddai, Michael, Azazel, Uriel, all those L's. So L is pointing to a specific characteristic, a character. That is why that angel is behaving in a certain way. Now, a characteristic is based, okay, well, the characteristics of a pen, aka what can a pen do, write, stab, all those bullshit. So now, that characteristics which create a character, that characteristic is in a specific place. Now, me as L, Jega, make it bigger, Jega, make it bigger. So keep it going to the game. Jega expansion. So Jega, I am in a specific position now. Based on how I'm seeing this L and how this L is seeing me, you create an angle, an angel. So I'll be an L to that angel or that demon if it's below the horizon, if it's something that I like getting lost to. If it's above the monad, it will be an angel. If it will be below, it will be a demon. So that L specific, whatever it is, whether it is Uriel, will see Jegawa Mudhaka in a specific angle. So even to that L, we are all angels. So even to that Uriel, I'll still be channeling L, a specific position, as Jenga to all the spirits, to all the monad, to everyone watching, even to you. Okay? Now, so I have a space. That's a dinner flash card. Dinner flash card here. So now let's say Duokari Mere haha. Shout out to Duokari Mere. Let's say there are another spirit haha oneje no Kawanji. Let's say Muradewa Murari there haha Augane Gai. So now, when you come other spirits, Oneduo, One Kawanji, One Murari, there wa Murari, there wa Onega Ogane guy. So now, when you come other spirits, Oneduo, Kademire, Yasemani Namara Homa again, okay? So, what you do is that you are all moving. Eto Murari Diro Kanyanade, you are all moving. But you are all moving in a certain way. Egedu adhiete yo. Nyazo kana musiku emenya. Egejen was kawanji adhiete yo. Muradewa muraride na keregi adhiete yogu. But you are all moving. So now, based on the transition, okay, based on the different transition, Duo Karimire will see Jenwax Kawanji moving in a different way. Muraride wa Keriane Gai moving in a different way. So now, based on this, how they are moving is how we create heliographics. Heliographics. Graphics. And what is heliographics? Understanding that movement, understanding that transition, understanding why Jegawa Mudhaka is moving like that. Now, heliographics gives you language. Jegawa Mudhaka Nemotemako, Jegawa Mudhaka Nemoetheria, Kuligano Yadra move. Muradiwanya Godiuga and Egai. So, those are movements, different transitions. Now, those heliographics is how you create a language, an interpretation of the movement. And you need to give it an image. So you have to give it an image, how I'm moving. Now that image that you are giving it is a light. So now you are giving it a light. Now this light is what you're calling the spirit now. The spirit of that person. Okay? So spirituality is based on creating images, lights, hieroglyphics, language. So now, what language do you attach to that L? So the language to attach to that L, Michael, is birth, giving birth to new things. Even when you go to the Catholics, that Michael angel is a baby with wings, being able to fly. Shout out to Mwagi wa kuitena wings to fly. Okay? Idayo Jen Wax Kawanji. So now, shout out to the soul group. So, when you are calling on Michael, for example, when you are calling on Michael, Mike means to spike something. So, Mike is to spike. Nego spike odo, starting something new. You sparked, you sparked something. It's the same frequency. To the point, Mike, okay? That is even why you have a microphone, to spike the volume, make it big. So, let's use an example of Michael. So, Michael now, when you're calling on Archangel Michael, you are bringing birth to something. Okay? And this is why Michael is the strongest angel. Archangel Michael is the strongest angel. We have his Kikuyu names. All the languages have their own names. We menyamaodo. Tika kwa jirakirira haha igoro. Ate todo tuwaji yakohea na the specific words that the Kikuyu used to call on these angels. For example, Michael. No, okay, that's a different L of that God that you are following, that specific position. So the L ya G. So we are coming from under the horizon. Murugu, M, which is big, which is M, which is a point of reference pointing down, anchoring something. Mae, you are anchored. Kerema, ma has to be anchored, pushed down, ma, M. But now, rekira M, and then ukaudaletwa murugu. So now you are coming from below the horizon. So manera agwa. So the archangel, giving it birth to the east, rise, or, murugu. Yi, you push it to the top. So, by default, no amenya kila tumari to murugu, turehe hinyoguo. This is how you create the language. Now, back to class in session. So, when you take Archangel Michael now for the first time, the birth of an idea, because for you to begin something, you need to have faith in that thing. When you don't have faith in something, then it is weak. So that's why you are calling on Michael, being able to give that idea a birth, advertise it, push it to the business, create a logo, create a business name. And now when you are clever, you're doing it like a true alchemist, like a true magician, like a true spirit. You are giving it your own logo, your own thought and intention. You are the true magicians. You are the creator. You're not the creation. So now, that Michael, okay? Remember the Hebrews, they came up with the hieroglyphics of the language, because for us, that which needs to be said, aka oral tradition, aka kerera, needs not be written, because in writing you can change things, but in speaking oral tradition, it's harder, because no matter what happens, your spirit cannot resonate with that chakra. Spirit yakunaiwa chakra or the airline. I'm even sorry to be using this language, but I need to use this language because this is the language you are lost into. This is the language I was lost into. Because even for some words, but my spirit knows what I'm talking about. So I don't even need the words. Now, so, for example, Raphael, Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. So, Rapha, giving healing, that Rapha comes from healing. You are healing something. Okay? So, now you know that when you're calling on that specific angel Raphael, the L is just a pointer to that Rapha. I want to show you how you guys in church, you use names that you don't even know what they mean. So you should be careful in the words you're using. When you are calling on Shaddai, is that the right moment to be calling on Shaddai? When you're calling on Michael, is that the right time to be calling Shaddai? When you're calling on Elohim, a light that you don't even know. So you have to go, hey, Elohim. You have summoned a him, a light. So whatever light it is you have summoned, whatever happens to you, you should have known better. Now, trials and tribulations. Wajiria guthii kanitha muthenya umwe. Ukianjia guthii ya Monday. Ukianjia guthii Tuesday prayers. Ukianjia guthii aga Wednesday sacrifice lunch to go pray for the nation. Ukianjia guthii Thursday relationship couples. Ukianjia guthii Friday kesha. Ukianjia kuroka Saturday nigetha uthambi uroke Sunday. The more you are praying, the more you are weak. In the name of Gwataniro. Tekia Gwataniro haha. Each one teach one. From your own specific position, you do you. Even the same Bible is telling you, the road is narrow. Why do you need a Gwataniro? Why do you need a Kesha? You're not even practicing what you are learning. Now, back to class. So, let's say, okay, Gabriel, the angel of death. So that L is a representation of something. So that Gabriel, the angel who fell first. No, Uriel fell first. But Gabriel was copying Uriel. Diugane gigira ha ne harikeru hanini. Diugane go igira. Diugane go igira. Diugana tuna miano yo. Diugana tuna miano ya the true north. Ask yourself, why do they talk about the true north? Why we talk of directions, east, west, north, and south, but why do we have a true north? True north. So how did Lucifer fall? Na maudu magita mau. Yogosi yakoda yako ebogo ya mudenyo geto. That one goes a little bit deeper, but I can show you. So we have north on a compass, and we have true north. And then we have east, we have west, and you have what we call north, which is not even an actual thing in the spiritual world for directions. So you have your spiritual north, south, set, death, down, east, right, west, set, sev, death, sunset, falling. Below the PM will be here north, up, AM, okay? We have the 6 PM. Now, so now let me tell you. So the archangel Uriel was here, okay? Falling. Now, Archangel Raphael mimicked Uriel falling. But when he was falling, he figured out that he doesn't have to do the true falling. He can possess people, give them a religion so that they uphold him. They keep him up there in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, which is where you spark what you call your dreams and imaginations. And that is where light bends in on itself. So the true north, where? Asa. That's not, you only a soul group. You only a soul group one-on-one. You know some things you cannot just speak about them. It's not, let's protect Jagawa Mudaka at all costs. Our minds are there. We have to protect our minds. So I need you to protect me by you coming for the soul group meetups for some of these things. I cannot just be throwing them. It's reckless to throw some of these things into the air like that. It's very reckless. Okay? Na twarikia video na nigwenda wigire kindu gigwitwo Google. Ni kuri andu meitaga, ni kuri nduka cietagwo True North. Ni kuri petrol station cietagwo True North. You Google True North petrol stations na there okay. Anyway so when wamenya L haria koragwo yumite, so now you no longer be going around throwing words. Utakumenya kuria ciumite no wamenya uria L yugite, so no wamenya L pointete ki, what is that specific alignment aka a spirit, whereby now you as a spirit, when you're in that location, we're in that. So based on the ukarimere position, au neo gorete hanini. Based on the ukarimere position, uriarona Jane Wax Kawanji agedina murarithere. So based on that, the ukarimere niaroya the alignment, the hieroglyphics, interpreting them and giving them a name. Agagitosio morarite, agagitosio Jane Wax Kawanji, based on their movements. Now, that is the Ukarimere's L. His worldview of those two people, places or things. So now, you should have your own worldview of all these things. So they don't become you. They are just there. Titles, names. You can call on whichever name, but you use it. It does not become you. It does not own you. Since you know it's just a part of the pie. Nikiona mwagi dage to jega na jega dage tuika mwagi. Kana kama umaone marika. You get a name. You get why names are important. No, but but still. You can change names. Eto ruginyasi anyu momo sajage mari eto. No yana eto negorago. You can still adapt a name to be using. I'm still to give you my name. We don't reveal our names easily. We have other names that we can use. Okay, magicians protect their real names. Now, so you can call me Jagamu Vakamobu Yuabariabu. Amajitaga Richinio Dua business. Continue calling me Richie, Frat Richie, Body by Richie. Those are personas. Naginya metaverse nira murehine naja kumodora. Izo ne avatars. Even the metaverse have come and showed you your avatars. I made my avatar. Let me show you my avatar. I made this avatar 8 years ago. This is my avatar. 8 years ago. This avatar has gone to the North Pole. This avatar has traveled more than me. I've given people this avatar to take to trips they are going. Okay? Garamu dwatu yada godhieko. Deda godhie deda godhie kodo wetago Morocco. I did a favor. Let me give you my avatar. You take it with you to Morocco. I'm going to give you a book. You put him in a book. You go with him to Morocco. Okay? Then bring him back to me. Okay? I've been with this avatar for 8 years. So now, I'm giving you an example. I'm giving you an example before we continue. So, the metaverse has already showed you, or is already showing you, how to create an avatar. This is my true avatar. Made by me. Printed at Daguretikona 8 years ago in some cyber cave. That's me as an avatar. How you create a persona. So now, that avatar will be a representation of you on metaverse or on, because very soon they are going to get rid of your profile picture. They don't care about your profile picture because they are trying to teach you how to go into the metaverse using an avatar, a representation of you. So now, the Ukarimere will come up with an avatar ya Jane Wax Kawanji or Muraride. So now that avatar, the way it is, the way it looks like, is an L of that position ya Jane Wax Kawanji kana Muraride. You get what I'm saying? So an angel is nothing but an angle, but the angel you are calling is the representation of an L. Something that we brought down here, something that we bring down here, okay, as an independent of the all. But it plays its own character. Michael. Whatever it stands for. Yuri, L. Fire. Fall. Okay? Azazel. So now, when you know etymology of the words, you can tell what is azaza, zaza, zja, za, za. Uka understand the frequency, not the word. L. Uka tigana how, we unavatana kumenya Shaddai. Not Shaddai, unavatana kuga I. So now you know I, what is that frequency? Okay? Now you're speaking the language of the God. Now you are tracing the frequency. Him. Elohim. So you are looking at him, he, hey, hi, ho, ha, he, o, u, ye, I, u, ye. Your pentacle, your 5-pointed star. You have to understand how to read it. Okay? You are highest. The east. A, E, I, O, U, Ye. Back to Ye. So, Ru ukimenya uguo, hatiri mundu ungikuhenia. Hatiri kindu utarimenyaga, because now you know how language is created. So you don't just call on names for no reason. Koguo ni urithia kundu igwa ritwa ria marahuthira ukamenya ritwa kuringana na frequency ritiradwarithia wega. Kuri thayo. That was a quick one on angels. I need to go and have lunch. I'm hungry. Gusia ni kido 1:30. I didn't even have breakfast. So I need to go and have lunch quickly before I do something. So that was a quick one on angels and understanding angels as the Elohims, and why they have those terms as Raphael, Azazel, Gabriel, Uriel, and I'm just teaching. So to any angel that is responding, I'm teaching. I'm not using your names in vain, okay? Why did you call me? No, I'm not summoning. I know how to summon you. For real. I'm just teaching. So, thou shalt not cast stones on Jegawa, okay? So, this is for reminding. I'm reminding God's people how to use those words. So, the moment you are using those words and you are attaching L, all the way to a league, EPL, the European something L, it's a league of angels, it's a league of demons, it's a league, it's a legion, it's a so I hope you do understand how we use, or why they use this L when it comes to the angels. So now that will also make you understand that there are some demons based on their L. Maybe you can use panic. They are very far away, but I picked from here. I was like, something is happening. So that's how I go daddy. Then I looked back. There are some people coming down, walking down this way. German Shepherd panic. So before I had them, I picked it up. And sometimes it's not even good to pick everything up. Being too awake is not even a good thing. You become too much aware of bullshit.